Those are the what ifs of life. Are you prepared for those? When you understand how these four pieces, growth, safety, taxes, protection, work together, and are you properly strategized for them, then your financial success is more assured. The first problem is people don't know how money works. Why? Because none of us were taught this in school. The second is how you analyze the problem. Well, let's look at it through the lens of the family's financial needs. So first of all, every family needs an emergency fund. Most experts say that the average family should have between 3 to 6 months of emergency money and 3 to 6 months of all of your expenses put aside. Unfortunately, most of us have too much debt. And the reality of this scenario leads you to ask the question, if you lost your job today, would you lose all your income? Because we were all told that one day, if we worked hard, there would be an option for retirement. And our view of retirement is to look something like this, sitting on a beautiful beach with the one that we love, sipping on some type of iced beverage. Unfortunately, the reality of retirement or that future is more like this. I'll be looking for a job. What's interesting is that usually when it comes to savings, you're often offered simple interest. Usually when it comes to debt, you're told you have to take compound interest. Which would you prefer, to have compound interest on your debt or compound interest on your savings and simple interest on your debt? The rule of 72 is a simple calculation that says if you divide the rate of return into 72, it will tell you how fast your money will double. It's a quick way to calculate compound interest. So the rule of 72 is 2 points. It's the rate of return is important, the time that you invest is important, and the earlier you start, that's also important. So the question is not to get so caught up in the fact that the market is crashing, but rather how to mitigate the impact of what we know is going to happen. The key for mitigating the impact of market volatility is to be as diversified as possible. Because you plateaued at zero, that zero becomes hero. You did not lose your gains. You did not chew into your assets. You protected what you worked for, and that keeps you ahead of the game. So regardless of whether your money is coming from Bitcoin, from salary, from wages, from wherever it is, how tax advantaged are you? Look at the tax-free bucket. So in the tax-free bucket, you pay tax on the initial investment. You do not pay taxes on the growth. You do not pay taxes when you go to use it. I will fall on my sword and say taxes are going to increase. So how do you mitigate the impact? How do you become more tax advantaged? Well, the way to come is to contribute to your 401k, yes, your IRA, your health savings accounts, your charitable donations, and taking advantage of tax credits. Now, why would you start a business? Well, because there are two tax systems in this country, one for salaried employees and one for small business owners. Now, the tax code was written by small business owners, the original tax code, so of course it favors business owners. So in summary, time is money. Compound interest is a secret sauce that powers that engine of building wealth. Time is a fuel that powers that secret sauce. You know, protecting your gains becomes more critical as you age. It doesn't matter what you have. It only matters what you keep. Being as tax advantaged as possible is important. And finally, having a plan B, multiple streams of income, and being prepared for the what ifs of life is what brings you peace of mind.